Hi, this is Jason Weisser from Schuler, Halvorson, Weisser, Zoeller, and Overbeck, and I'm giving an update regarding the class action red light camera cases that we've been litigating for 11 years now. It's been a little while since I've done a post, and most of that has been due to the appellate court system and some of the delays in that process. But I wanted to bring everyone up to speed who's a potential class member. What's happened is we have been attempting to try and get class certification, and that's when the court evaluates 4 characteristics: numerosity, typicality, commonality, and adequacy, to decide whether or not the cases that we're handling against these municipalities for the red light cameras that they instituted are qualified as a class action. And unfortunately, we've been relatively unsuccessful in this. We have argued them on the trial court level all across the state of Florida. We have lost each and every one of those, and then we have had appeals. There are 3 separate appeals on this specific issue. We initially had the appeal up to the 5th DCA, District Court of Appeals, and that appeal we argued and we lost that appeal, and they agreed with the trial court that we don't qualify as a class. We also had an appeal at the 2nd DCA, and they agreed with the 5th DCA and said we don't qualify as the class. So we have lost those 2 DCAs, the 2nd and the 5th, but all is not lost. We still have an appeal pending in the 3rd DCA, which generally covers Miami and Monroe County. And the way this will work logistically is if we win in the 3rd DCA, we then have what's known as a split in the districts, because we have the 2nd and the 5th that ruled against us, but we would have the 3rd that ruled for us. You can then petition, they call it a writ of cert, to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court can then decide if they would like to make the ultimate decision on the class certification. That would be our hope, that they would take certification so we would have uniformity on this issue across the state. If they decide not to take cert, then what would happen is the ruling, if we win in the 3rd DCA, would cover that jurisdiction, and we would still be losing in those 2 jurisdictions, the 2nd and the 5th. So that still remains to be seen. We're hopeful we will win in the 3rd DCA. We still believe the merits of our case warrant class certification in this case. We still believe strongly that these municipalities were overreaching when they enacted these red light camera ordinances, and we believe that the only fair and just retribution for their actions is a refund of the fines that they levied against these individuals for these municipal violations, which the Supreme Court has already ruled were in contravention of state law. So we'll keep you updated as to the progress of these cases once we move along a little further. Ideally, we would like to have some kind of answer from the 3rd DCA by the end of the year. Obviously, with COVID, that might be delayed a little bit, but we'll give you another update when time permits. Thank you.